This is my goals report for March 12th of 2017. These are really to hold me accountable and following through on the things that I commit to, but I encourage you guys to follow along in your own journey. The value in doing this is to consistently be growing week in, month in, month out, and being able to look back a year from now, 5 years from now, and beyond, and seeing how far we've come as individuals. Thanks for joining us here on MillennialRebel.com. My name is Michael. Let's go ahead and dive right in. If you watched the last goals report video, then you'll know that these videos are cut into 3 portions. My goals for Kindle Publishing, Millennial Rebel / branding, and life and personal development. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started with Kindle Publishing. How did this past week go? So I really encourage you guys to check out the Kindle Publishing Weekly Update, Episode 2, to hear more in depth about my experience with that, but I'll give a quick review. I made progress in publishing my 3rd book and actually went above and beyond. My coach challenged me to publish 2 more books with the things that I learned from our first coaching call. As far as the bringing a VA onto my team and implementing a social media strategy, that is going to be delayed until most likely the beginning of April due to some issues. Like I said, if you want to hear more about that, go ahead and check out the Kindle Publishing Weekly Update, Episode 2. I'll go ahead and drop a description or the link in the description below. That wraps it up for the Kindle Publishing goals for this week. Moving on to Millennial Rebel and branding. I committed to publishing a weekly update on Kindle Publishing and on Saturday and a goals report on Sunday. So did that and currently doing it right now. I also committed to reading 15 pages of entrepreneur / business education, currently reading Epic Content Marketing. Really a breeze because it's really teaching me how to grow my publishing company as well as this channel. So no problem doing that at all, but I will talk about why it may not be sustainable for me in the goal for personal development education. I committed to taking notes on every video as well that I published, and the reason that I do that is to improve every single video. I want to be able to provide as much value to you guys that I can. You know, I'm relatively new to this, so I have a lot of room to grow in. If you guys have any tips, go ahead and drop them in the comments. I'm super open to feedback, and I take that to get better so I can be of more service to you all. That wraps it up for the Millennial Rebel and branding goals section. Moving on to life and personal development goals. So I committed to easily exercising 3 days out of the week minimum. So I was able to do that, but I will say that I actually didn't get started until Wednesday. I really wasn't motivated just because I had gone so long for not working out, but I published a video on how to get motivated using the power of pain and pleasure, which I used on myself in getting myself fired up with exercising, and I was able to follow through on that with Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday today. I also committed to easily completing a 30-day morning routine challenge. Now, this is super vital in really, I think, making sure that you're on target with your goals and your purpose in life every single day. You know, a lot of us get up and just react to how our day starts, you know, checking email, rushing to get ready to go to work. So that morning routine really allows me to be proactive in the things that matter most. I also committed to reading 15 pages a day of personal development education, and I was able to do that except for one day, which was Tuesday. And that was because of, one, a lack of time management, but also I realized that, you know, some books have exercises in them, and for 15 pages there might be multiple exercises that you have to complete. So it actually took me quite a bit to go through 15 pages on some days. So I'm actually going to go ahead and update this goal to reading 15 minutes a day of life and personal development education, because I want to be able to implement the things that I've learned. I don't want to be a transactional reader, which I have had a habit of doing in the past. I used to read 2 books a week, and what's the use of knowledge if you can't apply it, right? I also committed to journaling at least once a day. This I have been getting in the habit of doing more and more, so this was no problem for me at all, especially, when you're growing as an individual, when you're growing your business, when you're, surrounding yourself with people who push you to be better. Journaling is a great way to articulate your thoughts, whether it be things that you're experiencing, any struggles, anything exciting that's been happening. So I'm able to express all that through writing in my journal. I encourage you guys to go ahead and do that as well, if you'd like. That wraps it up for the 3 portions actually of this video, but I wanted to go ahead and add another one, which I just titled as extras in my blog post. I really want to prioritize better time management. I want to be able to allocate hours to every activity and make sure that I don't skimp out on one particular thing, and I also want to make sure that I get to bed in time. The importance of setting goals long term is to remain consistent. It doesn't matter if I'm reading 15 pages a day or if I'm doing a morning routine every day for 2 weeks, if I just end up falling off. So I want to make sure that I place consistency as a huge priority here. And time management is an excellent way to make that sustainable. I also want to go ahead and begin creating systems for my VAs in publishing content. I don't know if you guys know how much work that I put into these videos and into the podcast and into the blog posts. I want to create a way to make that whole process efficient, and that's actually something I'm learning from Kindle Publishing and automating that. So I'm really excited to take those strategies I've been implementing in Kindle Publishing and apply them here. So that about wraps it up for this goal report. It's March 12th, 2017. I want to thank you all for watching. MillennialRebel.com. That's our website. Go ahead and check us out. Drop a like if you like this video. Go ahead, reach out to me on my blog or here. Once again, thank you all for watching, and I'm going to have to catch you next time.